don't know why manufacturers are cutting out CarPlay or Android Auto, but I want it back. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. As many of you guys know, we recently traded in our Mustang Mach-E for a Model Y Tesla. Now I know many of you are asking, why on earth would you do that? But we made a whole different video walking you through exactly why we did that, and I would love to tell you about it in that video because we just don't have time to keep talking about it. But today I want to talk about something totally different, and that is, I love using Android Auto in my vehicle. And I was shocked to find out that when we picked up the Model Y, it does not support Android Auto or CarPlay. And that was a surprise. Now, when I talked to my other Tesla friends, they said, well, just try it. You probably won't miss it after you get used to the Tesla. And I have to agree. Once you get used to it, you maybe don't need it, especially if you don't know what you're missing. But there was one other thing that I was missing that I just can't live without, and that is a center dash screen. I'm so used to having a dash directly in front of the driver's view, and I understand why Tesla doesn't have it. I mean, it's just a slight shift to the right to do it. Many other car manufacturers have a center dash display. It cuts costs and saves a lot of money in the development process, especially where you have a right-hand and a left-hand drive option available. But for every single problem that the Tesla creates, there's companies out there that are willing to solve them. And Hansshow is one such company that have provided a number of smart dashboard options. Now, I've looked through all of them, every single version, every single iteration, from little small round ones to giant massive ones, and I arrived at this. This is the Hansshow F9 Linux Smart Dashboard with front camera. We're gonna do a quick unboxing and a feature review right now. Now, first off, this box it's pretty cool. It's got like a carbon fiber design to it, but it's really nondescript. Intelligent LCD meter V89 Pro. I don't know why they call it a V89 when on the website it's called an F9, 9 inches touchscreen, but whatever, it is what it is. So we'll pull this off. Now I haven't really looked at this. I just pulled the plastic off and then I said, nah, these guys love my unboxings. So I stopped there. Now, first off, Hansshow provides 1 year extended warranty service. Send us your customer number to get 1 year full warranty. There's the QR code if you guys need it for your own purposes because you didn't have it for some reason. And then there's also installation manual. I'll do this close enough so that you guys can pause the video and check the installation manual if you would like. But that's that card. There's also instrument screen positioning sticker installation instructions. That's going to be probably handy, I'm not sure. So we're not doing the install today, we're just having a look at what's included here. And a nice little thank you letter, which is, you're welcome. Now, a lot of this is going to be not very interesting. Oh, there's the front camera, that's good. And then, what's this? This has got to be the screen. There's our installation sticker, a bracket, and our front camera. Now I'm looking at that totally wrong. There we go. Now, obviously, you guys are most interested in this, so we're going to open that last. I'm going to see what all these other things are. This one's probably the least interesting. This is going to be our front-facing camera. So it comes with mounting screws. It comes with a rubber pad for sticking the mount on, which this is the mount here. Got more screws for attaching more stuff, and then our camera. Now, this camera is mounted low on the front end. I mean, I guess you can mount it anywhere you want, but one of the things that I liked about this system was that it did support a front camera, which is very important to me because, again, one of the features that we had on the Mach-E was it had that front-facing camera that you could actually pull up on the screen. And when you're parking, it helps you see how close you are to the parking curb. Now, I know all of you Tesla owners are saying, okay, but we've got like that radar thing that tells us with a heat map kind of how close we are. But I find it's a little aggressive. Like I could always get a little bit closer and I just don't know really how close I am. So it's totally a first world problem, and people have parked without cameras for hundreds of years. But once you have one, you're kind of used to having it. If you don't believe me, try parking backwards without looking at your backup camera, and then you tell me how stupid I am for needing a front-facing camera, okay? Then we got this bag of stuff, and I don't know what's in here. It's not gonna be interesting, I'm sure, but. So it's got a USB-C to USB-A adapter, which is kind of neat. This is actually for if you're doing upgrades. So somewhere on here, there's a USB-C port right there. So you can plug that in and then plug a USB stick into there and then do updates. I hear most people say that there is no real updates for this thing, so it doesn't really matter. It's got a harness adapter. Again, we're not doing an install. And then it's got this, which is the installation harness. So I'm gonna open it up just to have a quick look at it. So this does plug into here. It's, like I said, interesting that they used a Y cable for that. But all this is the business end, which is gonna be part of the install video. So I do have an install video, which if you're looking at all this going, holy crap, how does that install? How hard is it? Don't worry, I walk you through that install. And also earlier in the video, we did a freeze frame of the QR code that they provide with all the install information that you'll need. I am surprised to see this. This is good because this is the trim tool popper that you're gonna need for that install. So that is great that that's included. And there's a number of screws which are gonna be needed to install this onto the dash. Now let's look at the screen itself. You're gonna notice one thing about this. This is the new design that fixes the problem that many people have with a lot of the other dash screens that they have, which is it tends to block the forward-facing vents. So if you have the screen there, you can't get the airflow directly into your face. Now personally, I have it diverted around the steering wheel because I don't want cold air blowing in my face. But if you do, this thing has this special extra little vent thing that redirects that air down and out these holes in the front here, so that while it's right in front of your face, this can blow in your face exactly how you want it to. So there is no airflow blockage. There are plenty of videos online that show the airflow coming out of this thing. They got paper in front of there that's all flapping around. Moving around to the side here, there's a SD card slot there. I'm not sure what exactly you use that for. On the video where we install it and do the complete testing and walkthrough, that's where we'll answer a lot of those questions. There's a reset button in the top. There's also, it's really hard to see, there's a grill here. That's because there's a speaker built into this, and part of the functionality that I'm going to use this for is to integrate the CarPlay features of this using that speaker while allowing the car itself to still handle all of my music playing and all of that stuff. So I get actually the best of both worlds. So if you're curious how exactly I utilize it, be sure to check out the install and final review of this product. Now, what exactly does this thing do? The cool thing with this is it's not just another Android Auto screen. So you can buy one of those for like $100 and sort of integrate it with your car. The beauty of this one is using this cable system, it actually ties into your Tesla and makes it function exactly how you would expect a factory center dash screen to work. So it has access to a lot of that information. So it will display that information on the screen itself, which is really exciting for me. So it can display your speed info in kilometers an hour or miles per hour. It also has a blind spot detection warning that'll pop up on either side of the screen, so you have better access to your blind spot alerts. It supports the hands-free driving warning, so it'll show it up on that screen just in case you missed it on your center dash. Your battery usage info, your light display, your gear display, your turn signal display, mileage info, tire pressure info, safe distance, time and temperature display. It also has that center vent, which we talked about, which allows the airflow to come right out the middle without blocking any of the airflow. Installation is pretty effortless with this with this cable. And again, we walk you through it in that video, but it is all very, very easy. There's no wires to cut. It's all very straightforward, and it's as factory as you can get. So if you're looking for a hack job, there's other hacky kind of systems out there. This one ties directly into the entire system very, very easily. It doesn't affect any of the functionality of your car. So whatever is on your car right now and works right now, this will not interfere with that in any way. And it installs into your Model 3 and your Model Y. Some of the advanced features are the front view camera especially. So I love the idea of the front view camera. I already told you guys about that. I have come to rely on that front view camera for a lot. And this thing actually will automatically turn it on when you get below a certain speed, so you can always see what's happening at the very front of your car. Huge upgrade to safety, especially if you have young kids who leave a lot of crap laying around and you're not gonna run over that crap by accident. But also you're not going to curb damage the front of your car when you can see where those parking curbs are a lot better. It provides an immersive experience, so it's powered by Linux operating system. This is a 9-inch HD screen with a resolution of 1920 by 720p. The UI has 3 separate options from simple to classic and sport, which gives you a personalized and visually appealing dashboard. It does support adaptive day-night mode. So when your car goes into night mode, the screen will go into night mode. If you have forced night mode, it'll just always be night mode. But basically whatever you set the car to is what this screen's gonna set itself to automatically. Now the one difference when you're picking these, there's a Linux version and an Android version. So many of you are probably wondering, what's the difference between the two? Now we picked the lower price Linux system, and that's mostly because I was interested in Android Auto and CarPlay, and that was it. If that's all you're looking for, and then all of the other functions that are on here, then the Linux system can help save you some money. The reason you may want to pick the Android operating system is because it's Android operating system, you can actually link your Play Store to it and download apps. So if you really needed Netflix to be able to play inside your car, you can download the Netflix app, the Disney Plus app, any of the games, any of the other apps and stuff that you need, you can install it on this machine and run it natively on the Android version. So for me, all I'm really using is my Waze GPS, which is supported through Android Auto. So I don't need to install any of those apps. And on my other car, we never installed any apps, even though we could have. So if you want to save some money, the Linux one is the one you're looking for. If you can't live without those apps on your system, you're gonna have to pay the little bit extra for the Android one. Now, if this interests you, I will post a link in the description where you can grab it directly from the Hansshow website. They have given me a discount code, so if you punch in that discount code, it'll make it even cheaper for you to purchase it, as well as any of the other products. They have a ton of other products. I'm just looking at their website right now, and I'm kind of going through saying, okay, I'm gonna buy that next, I'm gonna buy that next. I really like a lot of the offerings that they have, and there's tons of smart solutions, especially when you look at your Tesla. It's pretty basic, it's pretty stripped down. There's lots of things where you're like, man, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Well, guess what? All those things that you wish you had in your Tesla, they're on the Hansshow website. So be sure to fill up your cart with whatever it is you want. Make sure you use that discount code because it'll apply it to all of the things that you buy on that cart. For those of you who are watching this saying, man, I don't even have a Tesla, but I might want one, I'll also put my referral code in the link down below because it'll save you some money on the purchase of your Tesla and give me a little bit of credits. I'm trying to save up for the high power feature that you can purchase directly from Tesla. If you're not sure what that is, stay tuned because I walk you through the pros and cons of adding that to your car, and you're gonna love seeing that video. But now's the part where I ask you guys for your comments. Have you got this screen? Have you tried a different screen? If you've got a different screen, I'd love to understand why you picked that one over something like this. I have my own personal reasons, obviously, why I like this one the best, but I'm curious to know. I mean, obviously those other ones exist and people are buying them. I've seen them, I understand them, but tell me about your experience. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.